Welcome back to the Ultimate Diecast Garage, where today we're going to be unboxing and reviewing the two new top secret VR32 models from Focal Horizon. Up first we have the white variation, which in my opinion displays the details best on this model. You can see the packaging nice and standard with a thicker sleeve and also the plastic insert to stop the bonnet opening, which is a staple for Focal Horizon with their detailed engines, which you will see further into the video. You can see the carbon fibre style packaging on the box and also all the warnings and everything underneath as standard. You can see the model coming on the standard plastic white base with the red trim and the metal base plate at the front with the top secret VR32, the individual number that it is out of 999 and also the brand Focal Horizon. Nicely displayed, but maybe I'd like to see a little bit more. It's got two screws holding it to the base, which if you do want to take off or back on, it's very easy to stick back on the base if you do want to. Now, with the model unboxed, you can see straight away the white really catches your eye with the decals being nice and prominent on the side. Really nice and crisp and really well done, even for the small decals, really easy to read and like I say, very well applied. The wheels don't really roll, but they have got the brake discs behind them to really add to the level of detail. But in my opinion, I'd like to maybe see a bit better wheels on these models. The rear of the model is where this model does shine though, as the rear is absolutely incredibly well detailed. The body lines are absolutely fantastic around the tail lights, and you can see the Nismo badge and the Nissan badge on either side, really nice and prominent, nice and crisp and easy to read, just like the other decals. The white paint is absolutely phenomenal, and the carbon effect is also really well done on the bonnet and the spoiler. Again, overall really good from Focal Horizon. You can see again the model is just held together with a screw underneath and also one under the diffuser, which you do have to pop off, but it's very easy to put back on if you do want to. Now overall this model is really well done. The level of detail they have got on this model is fantastic, and it only improves with the opening bonnet. You can see the level of detail on the engine bay is absolutely phenomenal. You can see the massive turbos, really well done and very prominent in the engine bay, and the overall look of the engine is also extremely well detailed as well. Now, it's not just your standard engine compared to other models from like Time Micro. You can see it's got a little bit more detail and a little bit more depth in there, with a bit more colour to really solidify this model as being up there as one of the best top secret R32s on the market for the price point, which is around £25. Like I say, the bonnet state wasn't really sat perfectly in the engine bay, so the bonnet didn't sit flush, but if you do put it right and you can get the bonnet to sit absolutely perfectly, which looks really good overall. Overall, this model is done really well. The depth in the headlights and the tail lights as well, absolutely fantastic, and the body lines are absolutely spot on. Overall, very well done. But that now brings us onto the second variation of this model, or the second colour, which is the Gunmetal Grey, which in my opinion might be my favourite colour, but it just hides a little bit of the details which you will see. You can see the packaging pretty much identical apart from the two side plates, which are grey on this one compared to white on the other to signify the colour of the model. And you can see again the white plastic base with the red trim and the base plate displaying the name, the Focal Horizon brand, and also the individual number as well. Obviously this one stands out a little bit more on the base, being the Gunmetal Grey, also with the two screws holding it down, easy to take off, easy to put back on, whichever way you'd like to display it. In my opinion, these models always look better taken off the base though, as you can really appreciate the level of detail, although to keep dust off I can get keeping them in the cases. But now with the model fully off the base, you can see the decals are again nice and crisp and really well done. Easy to read, although on the grey it's a tiny bit harder, obviously being not as vibrant compared to the white, but nonetheless the paint application is absolutely phenomenal. You can see the rear of the model again where this model really shines with the level of detail and depth around the tail lights. The body lines absolutely fantastic, the carbon effect on the spoiler, the diffuser, and even the GTR plate really well done. And overall the body lines and proportion of this model is absolutely fantastic. The depth in the headlights and the colour of the indicators also really nice. The colour of the indicators does really pop against the colour of the car. Again, a really good feature that Focal Horizon do is make sure that these models really do stand out amongst your collection. Again, coming on the same wheels, which don't roll as well on this one, but as you saw, underneath it's just two screws holding the base on, so if you did want to wheel swap it, it's very easy. Now, with the bonnet opened, you can see the level of detail again in the engine bay, Maybe I'd like to see it switched up colour-wise, maybe a different colour on the engine bay, a different colour turbo maybe. Obviously the grey matching the grey car, but they could have even done something a bit different on the white one, just to keep them a little bit different overall. But nonetheless, it's still very, very well done, incredibly well detailed, although the bonnet stays are a little bit fiddly and can be quite delicate, so do be careful with those, as if they're not put back properly, they can be slightly bent, or it can cause the bonnet to be slightly lifted and not sit completely flush on the model. But overall, I'm super impressed with these models. You can see them on the bases looking really, really nice, super evil looking, and incredibly well detailed. For the price point, you can't really go wrong with Focal Horizon. These models, again, look absolutely fantastic. I would have liked to maybe see a different wheel choice, as personally I'm not a huge fan, but they do really suit the models, and like I say, easy to wheel shop if you do want to. You can see the GTR badge, the Nismo badges, and the top secret on the back, all nicely done, and the decals around the models, again, super crisp like I mentioned. Which colour do you prefer of these models? Down in the comments below. I do really like the way the details show up on the white, but personally I think the grey makes the model just look a little bit more evil and just gives it a real nice look overall. But let me know in the comments which one's your favourite, and what would you improve on these models, or what would you change, and what would you like Focal Horizon to do next? Obviously they've done EK9 Hondas, they've done R33s, they've done the 400R, they've got R34s and R35s, but let me know what you would like to see next on the channel, as well as what are your thoughts overall on these models, what do you think they can improve on, and like I say, what would you like to add on these models. In my opinion, if they'd added a Japanese plate on the front and the back of these models, it would really, really cement them as probably one of the best R32s on the market. But nonetheless, the GTR plates do look good, and it doesn't really look out of place at all either. Put these in a garage diorama sat in the corner or on a lift being worked on, and honestly it would be an absolutely incredible addition to the diorama and make them look super realistic.